What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with episode 25 of What to Buy on eBay. I've got everything from CGC graded comics, vintage Kenner items, some vintage collection, a modern prototype, and I think one trading card. And at the end of this video, make sure you stay tuned. I'm not saying you should buy them, but you got to see some of these incredible items that are on eBay right now that are extremely rare, and I had to show them just in case some of you are daddy warbucks out there and have lots of money. So, as always, my Patreon supporters get all my videos 24 hours early access. Patreon.com/actionfiguregrader is where you can go to sign up to get early access to all my videos. Let's dig into some incredible items. The first one is a Taiwan COO R2-D2, and this is graded AFA 80. Now, it's listed for $250, and is that a fair price? I don't know. To me, given that 85s can typically sell for $400 plus sometimes, to get the harder to find Taiwan variant, I think that's not a terrible deal. I really don't. Is it perfect? No. I mean, clearly it's got some sticker yellowing here, and just some light edge wear to the sticker, and that's what probably brought the price down. You can see some wear to the sticker on the right hand side at the top there. So it's not perfect, but it is an 80 grade, near mint, Taiwan, R2-D2, $250 free shipping. There's 5 watchers on it. So to me, that's not a terrible price. Could you do better in an auction? Probably, but I at least wanted to show it because it's always hard to find high grade first 12 R2-D2s. Next up is one that's at auction, but I wanted to show it because it's still pretty low right now. And if you can live with some card defects, this is not a terrible deal on a 65 back squid head. It looks like it has a clear blister. And it does have some edge wear at the very top of the hanger tab there. Right here, you can see that. So again, is it high grade? No, but it is clear blister, and that's hard to find on these US Kenner card backs for the Return of the Jedi 65 back. It's got a price sticker. Probably would grade out at a 75 at best, just because of that color breaking crease above the hang tab there. But it is at auction, $78 right now. Only one bid. There's 11 watchers on it. It's free shipping. To me, that's not a terrible price to start off with. If you can get that for like 100, maybe at the top end, $110 free shipping, that's a pretty good price. And I bet it sells for pretty close to that price, maybe 120 at the top end, but I bet it stays below $110. So one to look at, one to keep an eye on. It's got 3 days and 23 hours left. It ends Sunday at 4:17 Central Time. So as of the making of this video, only one bid, and I think it's worth keeping an eye on. Next up is another one that looks really nice. This is a Hollow Cheeks Sand People, and this is one of the tougher to find variants. It is down in Australia, so for my Australian viewers out there, David G, shout out to you. I think you're in Australia. I can never remember, but you got some. I know I got some viewers out there. Now, is it perfect? No, it's got some wear around the belt there. It does have a little bit of like a paint splash on the left-hand arm, and the cape has split, as you can see right there. And you can see the damage there to that arm as well. But you can replace the cape pretty easily. You can probably pick up like a $20 standard Hong Kong Sand People and just replace the cape with it. And you could probably sneak out a 75 grade with this Hollow Cheeks. The Hollow Cheeks Sand People is a very expensive variant, and the figure itself, I think, otherwise, other than that arm, looks to be pretty darn clean. The utility belts does have some damage. You'll probably grade out a 75 if you put a new cape on that one. But anyway, it's at 62 Australian dollars right now, which is $41. Is it going to jump up dramatically? Yes. You do have to post it from Australia if you're not in Australia. But there's 5 days, 9 hours left. I just wanted to throw it out there to make sure people were aware of it, because you don't see loose, complete Hollow Cheeks Sand People that are ungraded come up very often for sale, and graded examples are extremely expensive, $400 to $500 minimum, if not way higher. Next up, I got a PSA Gem Mint 10 Star Wars Living Set Cad Bane. This is $47.50 plus $4.95 shipping. It's also make an offer. That's not a bad price. I think I paid for mine, I want to say I paid $38 plus shipping for mine. So it's not terribly far off. You could probably pick it up for low 40s is my guess. And that's a great card. It's from the Bad Batch. Just an awesome looking card there. I'm glad I have that in my collection. But Gem Mint 10, you can't do much better with PSA, or you definitely cannot do better with PSA than a Gem Mint 10. So I at least wanted to show that one because that price is getting pretty close to fair market value. Next up was an AFA 85 Dengar. It does have the older case style, but it's the no COO variant. Tough to find that one. I've got this exact same item, and I paid several years ago around 85 to 90 bucks plus shipping from the UK. 125 free shipping. Pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. And, you know, if you can live with the older case style, that's not a terrible price. Next up, I've got a great deal on Shadows of the Empire #1 in a CGC 9.8. This is the first comic book appearance of Prince Zizor. And I really think that he is coming to Disney Plus content at some point. This is listed for 120 bucks. It just went on the market. There's 3 watchers on it, $20 shipping. You know, could you probably do better at an auction? Probably. You could probably get it closer to 100 bucks in an auction, but this is a great cover. It's kind of the expanded universe. It's the first cameo appearance of Dash Rendar in comics as well. 2 characters from the expanded universe that I think have some potential to be fleshed out in live action content at some point. And even if they don't, who cares? It's a fantastic cover. This book is from 1996. It's a Dark Horse comic. I've got 3 copies of this. I've got 2 direct sales, which is what this one is, plus a newsstand. And I just love the cover. And I just, over time, next thing you know, I've got 3 of them. But this is a great book, and I think that's a pretty fair price. You could probably, like I said, you could probably get it closer for 100 bucks in an auction, but I don't know. To me, I think that's worth picking up. Next up is a mint on card transition card, free Neonum offer, Return of the Jedi FX7 clear blister. Now it does have some damage down there at the stem on the blister there, so that's really the biggest fall or the biggest kind of problem with the card. There's a little bit of wear maybe around the hang tab, but this is a nice card. This is a really nice card. It looks like it might be unpunched. I can't tell in that photo, but it looks like it's unpunched with a price sticker. The rest of the blister's in really great shape. It's just that stem at the very bottom has some crinkling going on. The card itself is in great shape. It's listed for $324.99 with 8 watchers on it. To me, that's got to be getting pretty close to market value for a kind of a 75 grade transition card, free Neonum clear blister. Really tough to find those free Neonum 48 backs. And to me, I think that's pretty close to market value, if not at market value. I got a couple of graded vintage collection items I had to show you because right now they're really low, if not no bids at all. This one's got 12 watchers, but there's no bid on it. And this is a CAS 90 grade VC 115 Darth Vader Emperor's Wrath unpunched, beautiful example. And ungraded, they can go for about this price, if not more. I think there was one that sold recently in our last vintage collection market update that sold for over $200. So to get one already graded CAS 90, right now the starting bid is $149.95. There's 5 days left on it, 12 watchers. I mean, if you can get it for around 200 bucks, that's a great deal given that they sell for that ungraded all day long for that price. I think it's going to go for $225 to $250 minimum, but maybe I'm wrong. But it's $149.95 starting bid, free shipping, and the same seller also has a CAS 90 Weequay unpunched US card, VC 107, and this is obviously the original issue. Straight 90s for the sub scores. $149.95 free shipping on this one. There's only 6 watchers on this one. So either one of these I think are a great buy if you can get it for $200 or less. Maybe go up to $225 to $250 for the VC 115 Darth Vader Emperor's Wrath. But this one I think will probably stay under $200 is my guess. Next up, I got a couple of Darth Vader #1s. And this is the Midtown Comics edition. This is the sketch edition. This is the first appearance of Black Chrysanthemum in comics. And this is kind of the harder to find sketch edition. And this is 60 bucks. 60 bucks plus $10 shipping. And there's 4 watchers on it already. And to me, that's a pretty good buy. That's the harder to find sketch edition. The color edition is listed on My Comic Shop. Now this is 82 bucks with $6.60 shipping. But if you go to mycomicshop.com, you can get 10% off that price and get it for about 70 to 75 bucks. So this is the color edition. I actually like the color edition better, in my opinion. It's got Grand Moff Tarkin, Vader, Boba Fett, the Emperor, along with some Royal Guards there, a Sand Trooper. I mean, this is an awesome cover, and it's the first comic book appearance of Black Chrysanthemum for 82 bucks. Now, you got to remember, during the Book of Boba Fett, during the very height of the insanity for Black Chrysanthemum, once he appeared on the Book of Boba Fett, his first appearance comic was going for over $400. $400. How the mighty have fallen. I can't talk. So if you can get it for 60 bucks, or let's call it 70 bucks on mycomicshop.com, and again, this is a My Comics or the Midtown Comics edition, exclusive. Probably less of them in a 9.8 grade versus the standard cover A. Pretty good buy. Next up, I've got a baggie that's also at auction. It's $189.99 for the Cloud Car Pilot in a sealed baggie. Kenner, made in Hong Kong. I think this is the ESB-D baggie, but don't quote me on that. I know it's an ESB baggie, but I can't remember which one. Anyway, the starting bid price is $189.99. It doesn't have any watchers other than me right now. Free shipping. And, you got to remember that high grade, already graded baggies for the Cloud Car Pilot can sell for $250 to $300 plus. I think this one would grade out at an 85 all day long. It looks pretty much immaculate to me. And assuming that baggie is correct, maybe it gets an 80 plus. It's got a little bit of wear on the figure's knee there. But still, that's a great buy. I would love to buy this. But I'm passing this on to my subscribers and my viewers because I want someone else to buy it so I don't spend any money. But I think that's a pretty good buy. Now, in an auction starting at $1, would this sell for $190? That's questionable. But I do think that $190-ish, maybe go up to $200 for that. You spend $35 to $50 grading it. That's pretty good money right there. I like that one. Next up is that First Shot prototype, modern prototype from 2002 that I wanted to show you. This is an unpainted Orn Frita First Shot prototype, and this is 100% a prototype. This is a very common prototype. Now, the list price is $185. It's also make an offer. Me personally, I would pay $150 for this all day long. Now, some of you may not. Some of you may not be willing to pay that, but it's complete with kind of his weird kind of hollow projector thing along with the stand. It's an unpainted prototype. I think that's a good buy for a First Shot prototype Orn Frita, and I love that figure. So just for those of you that collect modern prototypes, there's one out there. I would offer $150, and it's $185, $15 shipping right now. Next up, I gotta show this one. This is the lowest price I've ever seen recently for Dr. Aphra's first appearance. Darth Vader #3, the standard cover A. It's listed for $255 plus $12.90 shipping. There's 18 watchers on it. How has this not been bought up yet? And I received an offer from this seller for $234. I've got a comic market update coming where one just sold in an auction for $265 in an auction. And right now I received the offer, like I said, for $234 plus $12.90 shipping. This is a screaming buy. If I had the interest or the need for this book, I would buy this right now, and it wouldn't be in this video. But if you can reach out to the seller and get it for that offer price of $234 that he offered me, I don't expect this one to last long. I think that one's going to sell. Next up, I've got another one at auction, but I think this one is getting it's still below market value. There's 4 days left. This is Return of the Jedi #1. This is a great looking comic. I think this is the first appearance in comics of Bib Fortuna. Not that it matters, but I love this cover. It's a vintage cover. It's a CGC 9.8 grade. Pretty awesome cover. There's 4 books in the adaptation for Return of the Jedi #1. This is issue #1. The current bid is $77 plus $14.99 shipping. I would go up to about $125. That would be my price on that one. That's a great looking book, though. I wish you could buy that. Now we're gonna all right, I want to warn you guys. We're gonna start digging into the very expensive items. Okay, so just keep that in mind. That I'm not saying you got to buy these, but some of these look pretty attractive. This is an AFA 75 plus TIE Fighter diecast, and this is on the Japanese card. And the starting bid is $500, $17 shipping. There is 9 watchers on it, and it's being sold by BillyGalaxy.com, who I've bought from before. He's a great seller, very well-known seller. 75 plus, 75, 80, 80 are the sub-scores on this. It's the harder to find Japanese card back as well. So pretty incredible item for $500. I would pay that all day long. If not, I'd pay up to like $650 to $700 on that. So if you can pick it up for anywhere around that price or lower, I would definitely consider that one for a 75 plus grade clear blister diecast Japanese TIE Fighter. That is a mouthful, and that is what she said. Now we're going to dig into some really expensive ones. Now, one of my subscribers sent this to me, and I apologize, I don't remember who it was, but this is a weird factory printing error. It's all blacked out on the card back. There's no foil or anything on there. There's no Star Wars logo, and it's a Sand Trooper. and I'm assuming it's legit. It looks legit to me. It's VC14 Sand Trooper, but there's a weird factory error on it. And it's $1,000. It's listed for $1,000. Make an offer, and there's 9 watchers on it. Probably a one of one. This is a weird factory error. Somebody's going to buy it. I don't know if they'll pay $1,000, but this is a pretty unique item that I wanted to show on the channel. And thank you to the viewer or subscriber that sent it to me by email. And I apologize, I don't remember your name, but this is pretty incredible. This is a really cool factory error. That would be a pretty awesome addition to somebody's collection. If I had the money, I would probably go up to about $800, but I'm not saying it's worth $800, but I think it would be a very, very cool, unique item if you're a vintage collection, kind of holy grail collector. Next up, I've got a double telescoping saber Luke Farm Boy AFA 80. This is listed for $2,200. It includes the statement of authenticity from CIB, who's affiliated with AFA. And this is, again, $2,200, $1,260 shipping. There's 10 watchers on it. I think you watch this one, and based on current prices, I think this one will sell for about $2,000. That's my guess. So to me, I'd watch this, and if you're in the market for a high grade double telescoping saber Luke Farm Boy, it is the older style case, which is, you know, a negative, but it's still a beautiful item. 10 watchers on it. I think it's going to sell around $2,000. Next up, I've got a proof card. This is the 65 back Neon Numb Return of the Jedi proof card, not the 48 back Revenge of the Jedi proof card. So this is a much tougher one to find. It's graded AFA 80, 65 back A proof card Neon Numb. So you don't see these come up very often. I mean, you see Revenge of the Jedi 48 backs come up a lot, but you don't see Return of the Jedi card backs come up. Now, I received an offer from this seller for $2,475. It's listed for $3,000 plus $11 shipping. This is a trusted seller. I've bought from this seller before, and there's 9 watchers on it. $2,475 for that is probably pretty close to market value, quite honestly, based on Return of the Jedi proof cards that I've seen sell on Facebook. So consider that one if you got some deep pockets. And then finally, I had to show this one. This is absolutely incredible. This is a Lily Letty 12-inch Vader, 100% complete, and it's graded 75. Just an amazing, amazing item. And it's got the brand new case style. It's got kind of the chest apparatus separated out there. I don't know what's going on there. I'm assuming that it fell off of the chests and it was just kind of encased for protection. But you will never, ever see this come up. I mean, occasionally I see them come up for sale on Facebook ungraded. But this price right now, it's listed for $4,000. I received an offer for $3,475. There's 10 watchers on it. I mean, again, if you are Mr. Moneybags, this is an incredible item that it's very difficult to find. Very, very difficult to find. One of the true holy grails from the Made in Mexico Lily Letty factory, the 12-inch Vader. There were several characters that they made for it. There was a Princess Leia. There's an R2-D2, C-3PO, I believe. Han Solo, I know, is another one. And I think also a Luke, but don't quote me on that. But this Vader is pretty incredible. I would love to own this. I would absolutely love to own this. But it's not meant to be for me, Shelly. I hope that somebody does pick it up, though. Again, $3,475 was the offer that I received from the seller. So anyway, that's all I really had for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back soon.